little man. Uh, 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 Saturday. Hi, it's Saturday. Chaz and I just sat on this couch for 4.5 hours and tested old equipment.
I got a sandwich at some point.
We tested 3 Nintendo 64s, 2 Nintendo GameCubes, 1 Nintendo Wii, and 2 Nintendo Wii U's.
And some of them worked.
Most of they actually all worked. Some of them worked better than others, but all of them did work.
Sure. You could play video games on them.
You could play video games on them. I think the funny thing is that the oldest console, the Nintendo 64, all of those were fine. The GameCubes were troubled. The Wii was... It's fine. The Wii makes terrible noises, but it's fine.
The cable was bad.
We had to throw away a cable because we learned a cable was bad.
Colors are bad.
It's been a long day. There was no part of me that thought it would take this long. Did you know it was going to take this long?
Yeah.
Really?
So I've been to your test streams before.
I'm just really grateful that we did this today and not the night before, because this would have really stressed me out. And it was less stressful because I was like, if anything goes wrong, I have a week to fix it. And nothing's really super wrong. There's some things that I'll try and solve. I'm tired.
Yeah. Me too.
Like, I need a snack. And I need to... I guess I shouldn't bother cleaning this up too much because I'm just going to be moving it downstairs in a few days. Okay. One of the things that needed to be done this evening was updating the firmware in the RetroTink. I guess it was an optional step, but there were some things during the test stream today that supposedly might be solved by updating the firmware, and also just why not update the firmware and get access to new features. The last update was from like this time a year ago, so I kind of feel like this is basically done getting the updates, so it seems like a good time to go ahead and do it and grab them all. This is a great piece of tech, by the way. For those that aren't familiar, the RetroTink is a upscaler, so you can plug old connections into it and then output HDMI, and it works. It's basically magic, and it's a really good product. There's the 5X Pro, and then also as of just I think a few months ago, the 4K is out. So if you want to like take your Super Nintendo and render it in 4K and have everything be perfect, as close to perfect as you can get, that is a product that exists. We're running the N64, the GameCube, and if we use it, the original Wii through this. We don't normally use the original Wii, because if we're going to do GameCube games, we typically do them on a GameCube, and if we're going to do Wii games, we typically do them on a Wii U. But in case a thing goes wrong and a thing goes wrong and a thing goes wrong, we may end up using the Wii. The other thing, and I've talked about this on streams before, there is actually a accessory for a Wii game that requires a Wii with GameCube ports, so like a first-gen Wii. Oh, what are you? This? One of these? I don't know which one. This is definitely one of them. So this weird controller, I have one. And this weird controller, does it say about like using it? It doesn't say, but it needs it. Does this use it too? Yeah, this uses it too. Does this use it? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, is this the same series? Yeah, okay, so there are 4 games there's 4 games on the Wii that make use of this somewhat strange mat. It looks like a DDR pad, but it's not. And that the connection on that pad is a GameCube port. So if you want to play that game, I'm sure there's probably many games you can play with just the the Wii remote. But if you want to get the full experience of that game, you have to use the pad, and the pad connects through a GameCube controller port, which you have to use with an original Wii. And you might be saying, well, Steven, can't you just plug it into a GameCube adapter for the Wii U? No, you can't. It won't work. I mean, if you've got your Wii U modded, then maybe you could get it to work, possibly. I'm sure people have maybe figured that out, but for stock consoles, it doesn't work. Yeah. So here is the Active Life Magical Carnival. I bought this new, so we've used it literally one time to test it, but otherwise it is completely new. Neat. There are so many peripherals for the Wii. There's stuff that people think about, but then there's also stuff that people don't think about. This is something that Roland got for us recently. Came into the store and he held it for us. We've never had a keyboard. There's also 2 different drawing tablets. Different games use different tablets. Fun. The Wii Speak, which is wonderful if you want to play Wheel of Fortune in the worst possible way. There's some Skylanders stuff back there. The DJ Hero thing. I don't have... Well, saying I don't have any of the instruments. I actually think I might have one Wii guitar. But I don't like to hold on to all the instrument stuff because I can't play those games on Twitch anyway, because those games are just full of licensed music and we can't reasonably play them, so holding on to all that stuff doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But they do have the DJ Hero thing. And then recently, this was sent in, which is the Tony Hawk board, which is very, very cool. So I don't know if we'll get a chance to play that this year or not. Tony Hawk also full of licensed music, but I suspect we could probably turn the music off and keep the sound effects on. Probably. And then we could play our own music. Yeah. There's a lot to test. And I didn't bother testing all the peripheral stuff. I just want to make sure the consoles were working today. For some of the peripherals, it's like, if they work, good. If for whatever reason they don't, then they don't. And if a game requires them, then we will do a bonus stream later on and show that, because there's too much stuff. There's so many things. But last time I used a lot of stuff, it worked fine, so it probably still works fine. Like the DK bongos probably work fine. They're probably okay. I'm going to end the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't catch the test stream, I will put it on the VOD channel, but it is, just being honest with you, it's 4 hours of me and Chaz sitting on a couch. It is designed to not be entertaining. It is designed to test stuff, because sometimes if you want to force yourself to get something done, you have to turn it into work. You have to add some sort of work element. So me streaming it, it's like, all right, this will force you to deal with it. And I did. So at least it's done. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?